Alafia everyone, this is Kiera with Key Readings. Today we're back with another Reluctant Hero Tarot series video. In this video we're going to be covering the fear of embarrassment. As I was meditating before this video, I was thinking about how, honestly, in some ways, embarrassment is kind of a silly thing, but it's a very real feeling, and it's a very real factor that can determine how you approach a situation, because especially if you are so aware and conscious of being embarrassed. For me, it was something that I struggle with and still struggle with, as just something that I anticipate and try to navigate. But today we're just going to be discussing some ways that we as a collective can overcome. So let's get started. I'm just going to shuffle up a little bit. And the first question that we are asking is, how does the fear of embarrassment manifest? So for that, we have the Prince of Discs in reverse. And I feel that this is coming from this idea. When we think about embarrassment and what the root of it is, it's about how we are being perceived by other people. And in a real way, the way that other people perceive us can affect our material reality. So with the Prince of Discs in reverse, I feel that embarrassment and the fear of embarrassment manifests from this desire to control how we are being seen, because we want to feel safe in our position, socially and materially. If it's kind of like this idea, if I embarrass myself, then people are not going to take me seriously. I'm not going to have any credibility, and that's going to hurt me in the long run. Because when I try to come back around, maybe they won't take me seriously. And it's something that is, understood. It's something that does make sense. So how does the fear of embarrassment derail us from our paths to destiny? And for that, we have the Princess of Wands in reverse. So like was stated previously in another reading, with the Princess of Wands in reverse, because we are so preoccupied with the fear of embarrassment and navigating to make sure we're not embarrassing ourselves in any way, that we are taking away energy that we could just be putting into ourselves and what we actually want to achieve and what we want to do in any given space, what we want to bring to a given space. We're not bringing everything that we could bring because we are over concerned with, is this going to be received well, or am I going to be ridiculed and embarrassed by the presentation of my ideas? We also have the Five of Discs in reverse. And with being so preoccupied with the fear of feeling embarrassed, it can dig us into a pit, essentially. It can make us fall into this trap of thinking that we are keeping ourselves safe. Basically, we're not taking the risks that we need to take in life, is how the fear of embarrassment is derailing us. If we're not taking those risks, then we're not actually growing in ways that we could be growing. We are staying stagnant because we are scared of it. Moves from just a fear of being embarrassed to a fear of being perceived, because the idea of someone's perception being anything besides what you want it to be can make you just not want to go and put yourself out there in any way. So how can we manage the fear of embarrassment as we go about our paths to fulfillment? Let me get less cards. How can we go about managing that fear? And for that, we have the Judgment in reverse. And this is asking us to take an internal look. What is the voice that's in your head telling you that is keeping you from going forward? Where did that voice come from? What was the events or series of events that happened to create this fear in our mind of embarrassment? And why are we putting that fear above what we actually want to achieve? It is going to take introspection and patience, because it's not going to be something that's going to be alleviated easily, especially if this is a system of thought that we have been operating in for a long period of time. It's going to take time for us to go into situations and not care what other people's perceptions of us will be. That regardless of if we have an awkward interaction or if something mildly embarrassing does happen, that it's not going to shatter our self-perception. It's not going to make us spiral and decide, oh, I'm just never going to go out again. I'm never going to put myself out there again. I'm never going to just put myself in the position to be perceived in that way. We are in this material plane, and part of that is being seen. And if we avoid being seen, we are cutting ourselves off to a whole aspect of the human experience. Regardless of if someone's perception and judgment of you is positive, negative, in any sense, whether they think that you're embarrassing or cringe or anything like that, it's not, that's just a part of the human experience. Some people are going to think you're cringe. Some people are going to think you're embarrassing and be like, what is she doing? Why is she doing that? Why does she look like that? Why does he dress like that or talk like that? A lot of it is like given to us throughout life. You are weird. You are different. So I'm going to make fun of you and make you hyper aware of the way that you are different from me, so that it validates my existence. Because that's what the core of that is that the other person wants their experience and feeling of self validated just as much as the receiver of that kind of judgment and that kind of bullying, essentially. Regardless of anything, it's something that we need to have a sense of calm, peace, and stability within ourselves to be able to take whatever that perception is and know when to block it out and know when to, and understand that it's not our business as well. Like, there's the habit of just even wondering, oh my gosh, did they think that was embarrassing? Did they think this? Did they think that? Forget that. It's not your business. Your business is yourself, how you feel about yourself, and what you're going to do to get yourself further towards your goals today. Finally, we're getting into what is the immediate next step for us to take in learning how to manage and overcome the fear of embarrassment. And for that, we have the Ace of Discs. And this is really telling us to look at every interaction, every time that we go out and experience the world and experience humanity, take it as an opportunity to learn and to grow. Learn about yourself or learn about humanity. It's an opportunity to gain valuable resources when it comes to interacting with other people, when it comes to you going towards your goal, whatever that goal may be. It's going to help you down the line to be exposed to just the idea of being perceived by others, and even being perceived negatively and what that could mean. Honestly, it's not going to mean that much to you you need to look at the value of someone's perspective. Okay, this person has a negative perception of you. what value does this person's perception have to you? If they had a positive perception, was it going to positively impact your life in any way? Were you going to get $1 million just because this one person doesn't think that you're weird or that you need to change in any way? It's not of any consequence. So the value just comes from our experience, our perception, our behaviors, thoughts, and feelings, and how we develop that on our walk, and how we respond to the things that come into our environment, come into our space and energy, because that is what's going to help us grow. So we're going to close out with a Moonology card for some good vibrations. And we have, your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So thank you so much for watching this reading. I really hope that it was helpful to you in your path to fulfillment, on your path to your destiny. I hope that you come back for the rest of the series. Feel free to like and comment whatever you took from this reading, if it helped you, if you want to share your own way of managing this fear of embarrassment. I'll be happy to read your comments. If you would like to book your own personal Reluctant Hero Tarot reading, feel free to book at my website, kireadings, that's kireadings.square.site, and you'll see the link, and it'll have all of the factors that we're discussing in the Reluctant Tarot Hero series. You can pick whichever one you feel applies to you at this moment, get a reading on how you personally can overcome directly from your guides and ancestors. Everything will be in the description box below. And I'll see you in the next one. Aboru, aboye, aboshishe, and blessings, everyone.